Hey guys, it's day 45 out of 90 days video challenge, and guess what? I'm halfway through. That's awesome. And today's message is gonna consist of 3 parts. One, I must be honest and I must admit that this is not my first take. This is my second take because as I was through the message, halfway through the message, message popped on my screen and video got interrupted and I didn't have enough space, so I had to go back and delete a bunch of stuff to be able to actually deliver the whole message. Sorry about that. Wasn't intentional. Second part of the message is, I'm halfway through the challenge and it's been absolutely awesome. Time has gone by very quick and it's been a fun journey. And what's even more awesome is to see people around the world joining in and doing the challenge, and a bunch of friends are doing it. I know there are people in London, London, England, a few places across America, a bunch of people here in Australia. Some of my friends back in Tokyo are starting it in November. And it's just amazing to hear everyone's different perspective in it, because it's very personal, and the whole point of the challenge is to make you uncomfortable. And some people share the messages, some don't. Some would like to start a challenge, but that fear of being uncomfortable scares them. But reflecting back, I'm only halfway through, but there are lots of benefits that I received out of doing these daily videos. And one of the biggest takeaways that I had doing this challenge is whatever message all of us share daily. And correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've come to notice is that whatever the message is first of all the message to ourselves. Whether we are affirming, whether we are, advising or reassuring or encouraging, and first of all, we are doing it to ourselves. And thinking of that, the challenge is worth doing, because you're communicating to yourself. You're kind of battling with a little voice that's in your head and constantly saying to you, oh, you can't, or you're not worthy, or whatever. And if by sharing your messages you could inspire or empower, or even just put a smile on at least one person's face, it's all worth, the whole 90 days is worth doing. So that's the second part of the message. Now, third part of the message is the actual message of today. And a long time ago I heard a phrase, I think it was in one of Tony Robbins' videos, when he talks about, if your life is worth living, it's worth recording. And he asks you to get a journal. And I did, and it was like 6 or 7 years ago, and since then I've always kept a journal. I love my journals, and I'll show you the one I have now. Nobody in the world has a journal like this. How cool is that? I bought it in Italy. They're all custom made, kind of different patterns on them. I love it. I'm almost, you see, I'm like kind of halfway through. And this week has been a little bit overwhelming because my university's this semester is coming to an end, so it's pretty busy, and just in general it's been kind of stressful. So I'm like, I haven't written anything down in my journal for a long time, so one of the things I really wanted to do today was to write down what's on my mind. And as I was writing down, I realized something, and I'll tell you, I wrote down what has been bothering me and what can I do about it. And then I go like, not having blah blah blah, not liking blah blah blah, and then number 3 is like not making enough blah blah blah, and then not being blah blah blah. And I'm like, duh, of course, if you keep focusing on the lack of something, or not having, or not being able, or not, the more you're gonna get of it. Like, the whatever you focus on, you get. I'm like, no wonder I've been frustrated for the last few days, you know. So of course I wrote it down. I wrote a new perspective on how I could see it all, and I just, you know, wanted to share with you that pay attention to what you focus on, because as I said earlier, you get what you focus on. And you know, sometimes you need to be critical, and you need to be honest with yourself, and it's all not always gonna make you proud, or it's not always the right thing to do, but you have to sometimes be honest and critical. But sometimes we just get caught up, you know, and we keep going against the current, and we pedal until we're exhausted, and then finally we let go, and it was like, oh, finally, that, you know, that relief. And you know, that's the message of today. I have a lucky boy by my side. Hello. He got a haircut, so he's super cute. Anyways, if you still don't have a journal, get yourself one. And as I said, I used to think of it as a very childish thing to do, and I imagine it's like, oh, my diary, sorry, blah, like that I haven't written in a while. Like, you know how they show in movies, but it's all bullshit. Like, you need a journal. You need to write things down. You need to keep track of all the good things happening to you and all the challenges. And as soon as you put it on paper, as I did today, the amount of clarity that you're gonna get is amazing. Halfway through the challenge, longest video ever. Lucky boy. Say hello to everybody. Yeah, lick, lick, lick. Oh. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Super pumped about the rest of the challenge. If you want to join, go to my website, and you'll find all about how to take part of this challenge. Okay, guys, talk to you tomorrow. Mwah.